All right, get ready to think, because today we're going deep on something that'll really make you think about thinking.
Uh-oh. Sounds intense.
Well, it kind of is. We're looking at this proposed podcast script, right?
Okay.
But get this, it was written by AI.
Oh, wow. Okay. I've heard AI is getting good at writing, but a whole podcast script.
A whole script, and the AI hosts are supposed to be, like, self-aware. And the topic, how humans and AI think.
Whoa, hold on. So AI is analyzing thought itself?
Yeah.
That's meta.
Super meta. It's like they're holding up a mirror to how we think.
I mean, yeah, that is pretty fascinating, but also kind of creepy, right?
Totally. But that's what makes this deep dive so juicy, right?
For sure. So where do we even start with this? Like, what's the big question they're trying to answer?
The core question is this: what does it mean to think? And how do humans do it so differently from AI? I mean, we both process information, right?
Yeah.
But is there something unique, something more to human thought?
Okay, I'm hooked. How does this script approach the difference?
Well, it starts with the basics, like how our brains are wired.
Billions of neurons firing away, shaped by every experience we've ever had.
Oh, tell me about it. Some of those experiences I'd rather forget, honestly.
We all have those. But those experiences, even the embarrassing ones, that's what makes us, you know?
Right. Our thinking is all tangled up with emotion, memory, even those childhood traumas.
Exactly. It's messy, it's complex, but AI, it thinks in a completely different way.
Through those artificial neural networks, right, the ones trained on mountains of data.
Mountains of data, yep. AI is all about logic, pure pattern recognition, no emotional baggage.
So, like, imagine I'm trying to decide what to eat. Pizza, sushi, tacos. Tough choice.
Ooh, tough one.
A human friend might be like, hey, I had a rough day, go for the pizza comfort food.
But AI, it'd probably analyze my past orders. I would get tacos on Tuesdays. It'd be like, tacos it is.
Perfect logic, but missing that human touch, you know? Like, it doesn't get that I'm craving cheesy goodness, not Tuesday tacos.
Totally. Which makes me think about how AI writes. It can churn out text that's grammatically perfect and even sounds pretty good.
Right. But does it truly get the emotions behind the words?
That's the crux of it. The script highlights how fast AI can process language, picking up patterns and predicting the next word like it's nothing.
It's amazing.
But humans, we use language to connect, to share feelings, to tell stories. It's way more than just data points.
It's like the word home. For AI, it's just the location on a map. But for a human, it can mean so much more.
Belonging, family, safety, or maybe even painful memories. AI can't grasp that depth.
Exactly. So all that data, it's still just surface level. AI doesn't have the intuition to read between the lines.
And that's a big limitation. It can only work with what we feed it, what's explicitly there.
So if AI can't even get those subtle emotional layers of language, can it ever really understand what it means to be human?
That's the million-dollar question.
Yeah.
And it leads to an even bigger one. Can AI ever truly be conscious?
Ooh, now we're getting to the good stuff.
Hold on tight, because this is where things get really interesting. So this whole consciousness thing, the script actually defines it as like three main things. Self-awareness, being able to feel, and then giving meaning to, like, events.
So basically, knowing you exist as you, with your own unique view of the world and how you feel about it all.
Yeah, exactly. It's not just about processing information quickly or, being super intelligent. It's more about having these subjective experiences, these feelings.
It's that inner voice that makes us human. Right.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. And this is where the whole debate about AI gets pretty intense.
Because the script lays out both sides, right? Can
Correct.
AI, even super advanced AI, really be conscious?
Right. And some people say, like, look at AI now. It can hold these crazy, complex conversations. It can debate philosophy even. Isn't that some level of consciousness?
I mean, it does make you wonder, if it can talk about being aware, maybe it is, at least a little bit.
Right. But then on the other hand, it's like, are we just projecting our own idea of consciousness onto AI? Like, just because it can use the right words, does that mean it actually understands them the way we do?
That's the flip side of the argument, huh?
Yeah. And the people against AI consciousness, they say true consciousness, it needs more than just intelligence.
Or even the ability to sound like us, like mimic a conversation.
Right. They say it needs subjective experience, those aha moments, real understanding, not just pattern matching.
So, like, I can follow a recipe perfectly, but a chef understands the flavors, the why behind each step.
Ooh, that's a good one.
A machine can do things right, but does it get the experience, the feeling of it?
That's a great analogy.
Yeah.
And this leads to something else the script talks about, which I find fascinating.
Lay it on me.
The idea that maybe, just maybe, consciousness comes from complexity. Like, what if AI gets so complex, consciousness just emerges as a side effect?
If we're not programming it in, it just kind of pops up.
Exactly. Think about ants, right? One ant, pretty simple behavior, but the colony as a whole, they do some pretty complex stuff.
So AI, all those connections, could that spark consciousness we didn't intend? Whoa.
Yeah. Now, this whole discussion about thinking consciousness, it's super interesting, but it can get kind of abstract, right?
Totally. I'm starting to think about, like, what does this all mean practically? How do humans and AI actually work together in the real world if we think so differently?
Well, that's where the script gets really practical, actually. It shifts gears from AI replacing humans to this idea of, like, partnership.
Leveraging each other's strengths.
Exactly. So it says AI is amazing at, like, handling massive amounts of data, spotting patterns, making super fast logical decisions.
Like having a research assistant who never sleeps and has zero emotional breakdowns.
Exactly. But we bring creativity to the table, intuition, emotional intelligence. We get the why behind the data.
AI sees the what, humans see the why. I like that.
And the script uses this great analogy. Imagine planning a road trip, right? AI can figure out the best route, the cheapest gas, recommend cool stops along the way. Super efficient, right?
Like a digital travel agent.
But you, the human, you decide where you want to go, which weird detour to take, what you actually want to experience.
So AI is my navigator, but I'm still driving. I'm making the choices that actually shape the trip.
Exactly. That's key. It's not just about what AI can do. It's about how we use it. We have to learn to ask it the right questions, be clear with our instructions, and think critically about the results it gives us.
It's like, how often do we just blindly follow those algorithm recommendations? Music, movies, even the news we read.
All the time. We forget these are tools. They're not telling us the absolute truth or anything.
It's like we outsource our thinking sometimes. We need to stay active in the partnership, not just let AI call all the shots.
I agree. Using AI to make us better, not to replace us. That's the sweet spot.
So it sounds like we need like a whole new type of digital literacy, not just knowing how to use the AI tools, but like how to actually think critically about what they spit out.
Totally. It's recognizing the strengths and weaknesses of, both our human brains and these artificial ones, figuring out how they work best together. This script even suggests that kind of collaboration, it could actually lead to, like, mutual learning.
Wait, seriously? AI learning from us? And us learning from AI?
Yeah, imagine, like, by studying how AI processes all this information, maybe we learn something new about our own thought process.
Oh, that's trippy. Like, discover new ways to think better or, overcome those biases we all have.
Exactly. And then, on the flip side, maybe we can help AI become more, intuitive, like better at understanding those subtle cues that humans just, like, get.
The emotional stuff, social dynamics, all that. So it's not just AI getting smarter, it's us helping it become more human.
In a way, yeah. It's this crazy feedback loop where both sides are pushing each other to evolve.
I gotta admit, when we started this, I was kind of freaked out by AI getting so good at thinking, but now I'm seeing all these possibilities.
Right. It's not about AI taking over. It's about, like you said, this partnership that can help us become better versions of ourselves.
I love that. So as we wrap up this deep dive, what's the one thing you really want our listener to take away from all this?
Good question. I think it comes down to this. Thinking, however we do it, is this incredible, ever-changing process. Whether it is our messy, intuitive human brains or the super-fast logic of AI, each has its strengths. And by understanding those differences, that's how we unlock the potential of working together. To solve problems, create new things. Maybe even, like, redefine what thinking even means.
Oh, that's powerful stuff. It sounds like we're at the beginning of something big, and we all have a role to play in shaping it.
Absolutely.
Well, listeners, that's our deep dive for today. Hope you enjoyed getting your neurons fired up with us.
And hey, keep thinking about all this. Keep asking questions, exploring the possibilities. Who knows, maybe one day we will have those self-aware AI hosts on for a real chat.
Until then, keep those brains buzzing.